Missing an IRS filing or payment deadline can be expensive. Even after you pay your taxes, the penalties can continue to add up. However, many taxpayers don't realize that the IRS may remove certain penalties if they have a reasonable cause, such as a serious illness, natural disaster, or another unexpected circumstance. The key is knowing how to explain your situation clearly and professionally. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how to write an IRS penalty abatement letter, step by step. We'll go through every section of the letter, and I'll also share a complete sample letter that you can easily customize for your own situation. So let's get started. Our first section is the sender's information. This section appears at the very top of the letter and includes your full name, street address, email address, and phone number. This information tells the IRS exactly who is submitting the request and provides them with multiple ways to contact you if they need additional information. Always make sure your contact details are current and accurate, because the IRS may use this information when responding to your request. Next is the date. The sample uses today's date, August 1st, 2026, including the date establishes when your request was submitted. This is especially important because tax matters often involve deadlines, processing timelines, and official records. Always use the actual date you prepare and send your letter. After the date comes the recipient's information. This section identifies the agency and department responsible for reviewing your request. Addressing the correct department helps ensure your letter reaches the appropriate office without unnecessary delays. Now let's write the subject line. The sample states, Subject: Request for penalty abatement. Your subject line should immediately tell the IRS why you are writing. A short and direct subject makes it easier for the reviewer to identify the purpose of your correspondence before reading the letter. After that comes the salutation. The sample says, Dear Sir or Madam, if you do not know the name of the IRS employee reviewing your request, this is a professional and appropriate greeting. It maintains a respectful tone while addressing the agency formally. Now let's begin the opening paragraph. Here's the sample. I am writing to respectfully request the abatement of penalties that were assessed on my federal tax account for the 2025 tax year. I fully understand the importance of complying with my tax obligations and sincerely regret the circumstances that resulted in my failure to meet the applicable filing and payment deadlines. This paragraph immediately explains the purpose of the letter. It identifies what you're requesting, specifies the tax year involved, and demonstrates that you understand your responsibilities as a taxpayer. Starting with respect and accountability creates a positive first impression and shows that you're making a sincere request rather than arguing with the IRS. Now let's move to the second paragraph. The sample says, The delay occurred because I experienced an unexpected medical emergency during the filing period, which significantly affected my ability to organize my financial records and submit my tax return on time. As soon as my condition improved, I took immediate steps to complete my tax return and satisfy my outstanding tax obligations. I have since filed the required return and paid the tax due, and I am committed to remaining compliant with all future tax requirements. This is one of the most important parts of the entire letter, because this is where you explain your reasonable cause. The IRS generally considers penalty relief when taxpayers can demonstrate that circumstances beyond their control prevented timely compliance. Your explanation should be honest, factual, and supported by documentation whenever possible. Avoid making excuses or blaming others. Instead, explain what happened, how it affected your ability to meet your tax obligations, and what actions you took once the situation improved. Now let's continue with the third paragraph. The sample reads, I respectfully request that the Internal Revenue Service consider removing the assessed penalties based on these exceptional circumstances. My failure to file and pay on time was not the result of willful neglect, but rather circumstances beyond my reasonable control. I have otherwise maintained a history of complying with my federal tax responsibilities and have made every effort to correct this matter promptly. This paragraph reinforces your request while emphasizing your overall compliance history. If you generally file your returns on time and pay your taxes responsibly, mentioning that history helps demonstrate that this situation was an exception rather than a pattern of noncompliance. The wording also respectfully explains that the delay was caused by circumstances outside your control instead of intentional neglect, which is an important distinction in many penalty abatement requests. Next is the supporting documents paragraph. Here's the sample. To support my request, I have enclosed documentation relating to my medical condition, copies of the relevant tax records, and any additional information that may assist in your review. If further documentation is required, I will be happy to provide it. Whenever you request penalty relief, supporting evidence can strengthen your case. Depending on your circumstances, you may include medical records, hospital documentation, insurance records, disaster reports, court documents, or other evidence that supports your explanation. Mentioning these attachments tells the IRS that your request is backed by documentation rather than unsupported statements. It also shows your willingness to cooperate if additional information is requested. Now let's look at the closing paragraph. The sample says, "Thank you for taking the time to consider my request. I appreciate the Internal Revenue Service's review of my circumstances and respectfully ask for favorable consideration of my penalty abatement request. I look forward to your response." This paragraph ends the letter politely and professionally. Thanking the IRS for reviewing your request reflects respect for the review process and leaves the letter on a positive note. Even when requesting relief, maintaining a professional tone throughout the letter is extremely important. Finally, close your letter with, "Sincerely, Jordan Matthews." Using a formal closing followed by your name completes the document professionally. If you're mailing a printed copy, remember to sign your name above your typed name before sending it. Before we finish, here are a few important reminders that can make your IRS penalty abatement letter much stronger. First, always be truthful and specific when explaining your circumstances. Avoid emotional language or vague explanations. Instead, clearly describe what happened, when it happened, how it affected your ability to meet your tax obligations, and what you did to correct the issue. The more organized and factual your explanation is, the easier it is for the reviewer to understand your request. Also, include copies of supporting documents rather than original records whenever possible, and keep copies of everything you submit for your own records. Before mailing your letter, carefully review it for accuracy, confirm that all dates, tax years, and amounts are correct, and make sure your explanation matches the documents you've included. A clear, complete, and well-organized letter presents your request professionally and helps avoid unnecessary delays during the review process. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope this step-by-step guide has helped you understand how to write an effective IRS penalty abatement letter. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming writing tutorials. Thank you for watching Writing Tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.